like Doja Cat is like a internet girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk all that shit online, but you never stand on business in real life.
I can see that. I can see her
You know
doing
what I'm
that.
saying? Because
That's why she said she gotta stand up for herself, because she ain't saying nothing.
yeah, but you saying all that, but you still to this day don't do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Doja Cat was real quick to have all that.
This is not baddies, girl. It's not baddies.
You don't gotta fight to stand on business.
You're not clocking that I'm standing on business. You're not clocking that.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, ta, ta.
Blah, blah, blah. Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And we are back at it again with another video. And of course, we are bringing you your weekly dose of mess. All right. So without further ado, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
No, if you guys are new, welcome to the Petty Headquarters. If you guys are returning, welcome back. Thank you for supporting. This one's kind of a short episode today, but I'm excited to get into it because it brings for good conversation. Obviously, the internet has been having their opinions on Doja Cat and what's been going on recently with her. Right. But also we're going to get into talking about Justin Bieber and how he's standing on business.
He said, you're not clocking. You're not clocking what I'm saying. You're not clocking that I'm standing on business. Yo, that, I'm not going to hold you. I'm cracking the fuck up when I saw that. I was like, clocking, bro. Yeah. That female lingo will really sneak up on you because what? Clocking, Justin?
He's standing on business.
Justin, what's going on?
So I'm really excited to get into it.
Yeah, so welcome back. And yeah, let's just dive into this week's dose of mess. So Doja Cat, this whole thing has gone viral. And I have a couple of stuff to say about it. And it's kind of funny. So we're going to play the videos for you. You're going to hear it and see it here. But we also want to explain the situation. So I guess Doja ran into a fan, but he seems to also be in the industry with his clothing line and whatever other artistry works he has going on. And so she complimented his shirt. And so he was like, oh my gosh, you can have one. But then the camera starts rolling and you see this fan interaction. And honestly, it was sweet, right? And he takes the shirt off of his body and gives it to her. He says he loves her. He's like holding her hands, hugging her tightly like 3 times, you know, and it was just like, oh my God, I love you. And it was just like cute exchange. And she was being friendly, right? But at some point you can tell she was a little uncomfortable, but that's if you know how to read people. So then what everyone thought was a friendly exchange turned into something that was not friendly at all, because then Doja took it upon herself to go to Twitter and say she threw that fucking musty ass shirt away. So let us just show you guys and play you guys the video, because it is outrageous.
My shirt to Doja Cat because she's the iconic girl.
Period!
No, bitch, you deserve it. Literally, and if you ever want anything more, I got you, always. This is the girl right here. I love you, Zach. Thank you so much.
Happy Pride Month!
Pablo.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja? Your name?
Ami.
Ami, so nice to meet you, girl.
Nice
You're
to meet
beautiful.
you
I hope
too.
you have the best night. You're literally everything in one.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Period!
My girl, Ami. Love you down.
So that is the video, right? And she's saying he smells great. It's cute. She's jumping up and down with him. At some point, she puts her leg on him. You know, and I'll say what I have to say about that after. But then she takes it upon Twitter and she says, bottom line is, I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I fuck with you. And don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even fucking know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in this moment. So in these moments sometimes, and he didn't even know my fucking name. To be touching me and kissing me on my face like that is crazy. And then she tweeted that she threw that fucking musty ass shirt away.
Yeah.
So I mean, then the guy Pablo, he takes it upon himself to respond to it because he was just like, oh my God, like.
Yeah, he was at a club, and
Yeah.
then his messages started going off talking about, oh, Doja Cat wrote about you, yada, yada, yada. So then this was his response to the whole thing.
Hi guys, I was just at a party and I got informed that Doja said some shit about me on Twitter. I just want to clear this up because it hurts, because I loved her. I watched her at Coachella. I've never claimed to be the biggest fan, but I really stand her and I think what her work is amazing. I just think it's crazy because she's the one at this event that was being so nice, and she said, she pointed out my shirt, and I said, and I like that. And then when I went outside and she was outside, I was like, girl, you'd be the perfect girl for my Pride collection. And she said, what do you mean, what Pride collection? I said, oh, I released this t-shirt, blah, 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 I'd love to give you one. She said, I'd want one right now. And I said, oh, I could give this one to you. She said, no way, you're not gonna give this to me. And that's when the video started, and she was being so sweet and amazing, and I thought that's what it was. And now, guys, she's on Twitter saying she threw that musty shirt away. She's saying that I didn't know her name, that I manhandled her, all this stuff. I understand, guys, if I was being like too nice or whatever, I will take full accountability. I'm gay. I would never want to make her feel uncomfortable. She's so iconic. I have only been saying the nicest things about her. She's the sweetest celebrity. She made me feel so seen. She said, Ami, I thought she was nice. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is for publicity or for whatever, guys, but I would have never wanted to make her uncomfortable. I would have never even filmed if she didn't say yes. Guys, that video that we filmed was after everything, and I don't want to be that guy that comes on emotional or whatever, but I feel like I'm always the butt of the joke. Like, why am I the punching bag, bro? Like, literally, like, nothing happened other than her liking my shirt. I offered it to give it to her. She doesn't have to keep it, she doesn't have to do whatever, but she was obviously down, like, and I understand she has to set her boundaries. She's a celebrity, I'm not. I will never understand that, so I value that and I appreciate it and I get that. But for me, guys, I'm a normal ass person that's at a bar, meets Doja Cat. I just released my clothing drop for Pride, and I just offered to give her one, and she said, oh, I want one right now. So I had the size. I was like, here, take it. I apologize if I did anything wrong at all. But guys, I'm a human being too. And honestly, this just shows me, I guess, that maybe not everybody's who they show in person. I would have never said anything other than she's the sweetest girl ever, but I guess she went on a whole tweet rant about me. I never claimed to have it all laid out, to know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just at a bar, released a clothing drop. Doja was being very sweet to me. And also, guys, I know I didn't know her first name. I'm so sorry. I never claimed to be the biggest fan ever. I just respect her a lot for her work. I've listened to her music so many times. I met her 4.5 years ago at the VMAs, and I was like gagged. And I thought 4.5 years later, the world worked for me. Like, the stars lined in my favor, but I guess not.
So guys, that was pretty much the whole like long video that Pablo decided to address on social media about the whole situation. So what are your thoughts on that?
That shit was crazy. And I think it's funny because after that whole thing went down, Pablo, he decided to bank on the whole virality on it, which is smart because fuck it. If Doja Cat's gonna be a bitch, might as well bank on it. He made a shirt that said musty ass shirt or something like that.
Did. It said musty ass shirt, literally, and we could pull up the receipt because we have it here.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, fuck it, if she can like make money off her albums and sell her albums, I'm gonna make money off this shit too.
Yeah.
And he makes it known that that's what he's doing and he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I feel like it brought up so much conversation online about Doja Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because I think I've like listened to a few people's perspectives, and a lot of people are calling her a mean girl.
Honestly, I have a very different perspective, and y'all may not like this one, but Doja, okay, everybody's so quick to be like, oh my God, she hates her fans. However, you guys have to understand something. You are not entitled to a celebrity space just because you love them. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel that just because someone's a celebrity or someone they look up to, they feel very entitled to their personal space, to them, as if they owe them something. It's kind of weird when they're a regular human, because you know damn well if Doja wasn't fucking Doja, you would not be in her face like that. Personal space to me is very fucking important. Guaranteed. Doja, I have my bones to pick with her too, because I feel like both of them, and I feel like it was just a miscommunication. I feel like in this scenario, it was a huge miscommunication. Doja should have stood on her shit right then and there, but instead she decided to be fake. So then that's her personal problem. So you can't be mad at him like reading the room wrong when you didn't set that boundary, one, about your personal space. Because even though she was really fake, at one point you can tell how uncomfortable she was when he pulled her in again for another hug and how he was like holding her hands. And plus, you know, they're out, he's drunk, he is probably sweaty, and it's uncomfortable because it's like, I don't even know you. You're all up in my face. And like, she's probably not even drunk or anything. So to her, this just is a lot overwhelming. It feels alarming. Plus, if she's someone that cares about personal space, this would be fucking annoying. And I, for one, understand that. So I just don't like when people are so quick to attack the public figure just because they're a public figure. It's like, are you saying that just because she's a public figure, she's not entitled to have her own personal space, like expectations for herself? Like, is she not allowed to have those boundaries for herself? Like, I'm very confused. And I hate when people look at something like that and are so quick to be like, oh my God, she's such a bitch. Like, it just, do you hear yourself? You know damn well you wouldn't like nobody invading your personal space. However, she fucked up, didn't set the boundary. And him, I get it. It was very, you know, it was heartfelt. Like, it was innocent. Like, he didn't mean anything by it. And this is why when I saw that, my immediate thought was, Doja, you need a fucking Finsta, because you should not be posting this shit on your real, actual Twitter. Like, that was something that should have been posted on a Finsta, where it's backed with some powerful cybersecurity. Nobody can hack into your shit for real. Like, you need a Finsta. Why would you post it on your main page? And of course, then she deleted it. But it's like, girl,
that's literally the first thing you said. That Doja need a Finsta. I'm like, really? That's the first thing you said? That was the first
thing I said because I felt her. Like, I felt that. Like, I low-key felt that. Only difference is that I'm not gonna be fake like Doja. Like, I'm gonna just be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But then also, like, him and his little, you know, video, I guess, addressing the issue, talking about, I don't know what this is, if it's for publicity or what. I'm just like, publicity? Why would Doja?
It's definitely not for publicity.
It's definitely not. I think Doja just wanted to vent, but she did it on the wrong fucking platform. And that's what it's giving to me, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I get both sides for real. I really do, because, you know, I can understand Pablo. He's hyped as fuck. Like, you know, this is a moment. Imagine somebody, a celebrity, especially as big as Doja Cat, like, you know, coming up to you, complimenting your shirt that you're releasing that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but he's already in the industry. So it's just kind of like,
doesn't matter.
I guess you're right.
It doesn't take away the validation you get when somebody of that status is complimenting you.
That's true.
She asks, oh, I want a shirt now, according to Pablo. And then, you know, it's like, of course you're hyped. And, you know, you could tell he's that outgoing extra.
Yeah. He's an extrovert for sure.
For sure. And, you know, you could tell by his response that he felt like, damn, like, I really wasn't trying to manhandle you. Like, you're being a little dramatic when you're saying it like that. You know, I do think it was a bit extra for him to take the shirt off his back. Like, I get you're trying to promote your clothes, but that should be a learning lesson for you as a business owner, that you should have extras always. You know what I mean? In like your trunk or something, because it's like, bitch, you know, you was wearing that tank. She was wearing a tank. Y'all bitches was hot and sweaty in that bitch.
And then like you were drunk too, so it's like
I'd be tight if
seeping through the clothes. Like,
it definitely was musty.
Yeah,
it's no offense.
It looked musty,
right? So like I would be, you know, tight if you gave me that sweaty shirt. But also, let's talk about Doja Cat, because it's like, it's fucking scary how fake shorty is. Like, for real. Like, she was really like held that shit to her heart type shit. Like, I'm like, damn, all right. I like, if she held it like uncomfortably, it would have been one thing. But like, she really, you couldn't tell.
You could tell she was being fake.
You couldn't really tell.
I could tell.
You could tell
that she was being fake. Like, I saw through that shit immediately. I was like, girl, get the fuck out of here.
At the end of the day, bro, like, I feel like Doja Cat is a fucking, like, you know, like a internet girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk all that shit online, but you never stand on business in real life.
I can see that. I can see her.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's why she said she got to stand up for herself, because she ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, but you saying all that, but you still to this day don't do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Doja Cat was real quick to have
This
all
is
that.
not baddies, girl. It's not baddies.
Nah, but it's true though, because it's like you don't gotta be a baddie or you don't gotta fight to stand on business.
You're not clocking that I'm standing on business. You're not clocking that.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
You're not clocking that. I'm gonna play that clip 100 times.
Yo, you stupid.
Cause like
Nah,
girl.
but it's true. Like, you know, someone I feel like who's like something like Nicki Minaj, I feel like
yeah,
would've
she
been-
would have definitely set those boundaries. She
Right.
would, hold up, back up.
Right.
Like immediately.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's not his fucking fault. That's Doja Cat's fault. And
I agree.
Shorty got Twitter fingers for real because that was crazy energy.
Real.
Crazy talking about musty energy.
Professional gangster.
For real. Like,
For
you
real.
have all this energy talking about, you know, he didn't even know my name. You
I
know?
mean, I'm not gonna lie though. That was the first thing I noticed in the video that was a red flag. You coming up to me being fanned out like that and you don't even know my name, I'ma feel some type of way. Cause that's just basic respect.
It's not a stan. He's a fucking, you know, I wouldn't know Doja Cat's real name, but I still go up
he
to
said
Doja
her
Cat.
stage name. He called her Georgia.
No, he didn't. I heard Doja Cat.
All right, so we'll play the video again.
What?
No, he said Georgia.
Doja Cat. I hear Doja
He said
Cat.
Georgia, girl.
What?
He said
All right.
Georgia.
What do
He said
y'all
Georgia.
hear? I thought she was saying that because he's like, "What is Doja Cat your name?" And she's like, "No, it's Ami."
But then again, I don't know. Everybody's drunk. I don't know. Whatever. You guys will let us know in the fucking comments. So, yeah. I don't know why people always expect celebrities to just be like, oh my God,
Well, that's the other thing, right?
it's annoying. Like, not everybody's like that.
And I feel like again, that's okay to be like that, but Doja Cat's a fake ass bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. She is a fake ass
and,
bitch.
And I don't know why her fans and the people on the internet really be acting surprised as if Shorty hasn't been in so many
I
controversies.
know. She
hasn't,
really has.
Hasn't said the wildest things.
The wildest thing.
And like y'all still like she knows that she's got so much talent that y'all are gonna support her anyways.
Yeah,
Like
she knows. She's very talented.
she don't give a fuck. The same way was it JT don't give a fuck? JT's the one that's like wild.
She's not wild.
I don't know anything.
I
just
don't like how people do that to JT either. JT shows mad love to her fucking fans, and she be in the fields with her fans. So I don't like how people just be. Anytime she disagrees with a fan, it's all like immediately JT's a bitch. JT's a bitch. I'm like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Like I remember one time this girl reached out to JT because she wanted to show her a design of a dress based off of her whatever. And she said, yeah, I'm interested, not interested in anything, but she gave her compliments to her already.
Mm-hmm.
She complimented it already, and that was that. But then she kept reaching out to her, and then the internet dragged it, and then she kind of like blew up and was like, I already said something, I don't need to say something again, or she doesn't need to address it anymore if she doesn't feel like it. And I'm like, yo, that's valid. Why the fuck? And then you're gonna take it and twist it and turn it and say JT's a bitch. Like it's really nauseating. Like at the end of the day, these celebrities don't owe you shit. Like I don't know why people move like they owe you something. Like they could make you successful. Like they could do all these things for you.
Like they
it's
owe you
annoying.
the opportunity.
Yes, like they owe you opportunity. No, bitch, you gotta work hard for that shit yourself. The same way majority of them did, especially like, you know, big artists like Nicki Minaj. Like you just have to put in that work. And like, I don't like how people move like artists, like they're entitled to them. Like they are also human beings. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure.
weird.
And I feel like this is like also a learning lesson for Pablo. Like not everybody likes to be touched.
But it's also the same thing too, like with Bad Bunny when he like took the girl's phone and threw that shit. Like people was talking mad shit when he did that, but it's like
She was being annoying.
she was being annoying and he was constantly telling her to chill and she wasn't listening, and then he just took it and threw it because now he done talking. He already don't like speaking English, bro. He already don't like speaking English. It's mad work and you're not listening to me.
mad work,
Now
bro.
I'm gonna throw your shit because you getting me tight. You getting me tight because why is that I'm telling you something you're not.
Right. No, yeah. And like I said, like I can imagine being in Doja Cat's like like in her position.
You would be just as fake. Do you think?
Oh yeah, I would.
You would be just as
but I
fake.
wouldn't be on Twitter either. Like I'd be talking shit to you. Because at the end of the day, my fans, like, I feel like if I have fans, like, I don't know. But I've also, you know what, though? I don't give a fuck. There's, like, I was going to say, like, I'd be tired at a certain point. But she hasn't even been in the light long enough to sit there and say she's been there. Like, I feel like there's been so many other celebrities who are still respectful to their fans. And that all comes down to personality at the end of the day. Like, let's be real. Doja Cat's a bitch. Like, she's always been. She's a fucking controversial human being, and like that's to no surprise. So I feel like I don't know why people act surprised when she's doing some fucked up shit, because she's really a fucked up person. Like, do y'all remember the chats she was in? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't surprise me, but I can also understand from her perspective, like, you know, this is why as a artist or as someone famous, you don't compliment people, because it's like, you see, I give you a little, you want a lot, right?
Yeah, like
all
it should have been just a compliment. Thanks, keep it pushing.
You don't want a shirt? No, I don't have a shirt. Okay, well, thank you anyways. Can I have a picture? And, you know, but instead, you know, and I get it from like a business perspective, he took the opportunity. And guess what? I'm sure it worked, because this shit went viral, and I'm sure that helped his business in many ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look at God answering your prayers, but just not the way you thought it was going to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great example of that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I mean,
So
yeah, that's pretty much how all I have to say about this. But Pablo has been on his Instagram really popping it. Like, he even posted a story talking about, I'm in my villain era. I'm like, damn, like he's really milking this situation right now. And it is very evident. But moving on to other things, we also have to talk about another celeb that was also in the media for going viral. You already know Justin Bieber. If it's not him kissing Sexy Red on the cheek or doing something else, it's always and SZA. Oh my god,
hand,
and it's SZA. He was
or yelling at his wife,
or yelling at fucking what's her name,
Hailey
Bieber. Like, it's like he reminds us very often that I don't know if Hailey's the one, but yes, paparazzi does roll up on him, and he snaps like Kanye, for real, like Kanye back in the day. Like, he snaps like a Britney Spears and Kanye mixed together. And honestly, I understood him. I felt him. Like, he was basically telling them, like, I'm a human being. Like, I'm a father. You know, I'm a husband. This is not okay. You guys shouldn't be able to do this to me. You know, this should be illegal. How dare you? And he's basically going in.
He also mentioned whoever sent you here. He mentioned that, which I thought was quite interesting, because he feels like it makes it seem like he feels like they're sending him, they're tipping him where he's at, you know, to harass him. And this goes back to my little theory about, you know, him selling his music and all, like trying to detach himself from Scooter Braun and all the things. So he is fed up with paparazzi.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah. And he is going off on them, and he's just basically telling them how inhumane they are. And they're kind of just like, bro, it's our jobs. It's our jobs. Like, how are you going to like tell us that? Like, you have to understand this is our jobs. They're just, yeah, but what kind of job is that? You literally harass people. Your job is to harass people. And he was just like going in. And honestly, I was like, I feel him. Because that's really what they do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, they're fucking obnoxious.
They're
like, yeah, we're just doing our job, bro. We're just doing our job. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Justin, can you tell me, how do you feel about that, bro? I know you're upset, but can you just tell me more on how you feel about that, bro?
Because that's their money. That's their money.
it's-
And whoever gets like the most like craziest story that goes viral, that's more money for them. Like, that's how it works. All right, y'all. So now we're going to play this viral video of Justin dealing with paparazzi in a very Britney Spears, aka Kanye matter. So let's listen and watch this.
I'm a dad, I'm a husband. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're on the sidewalk, Joe.
I don't give a f if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being. You're standing around my car. At the beach. You know what I'm saying? You don't think I'm a real guy, do you? You're gonna take this video out of context. You're gonna say I'm mad. I don't know who the paying you to provoke me, but I'm not the one. Okay? Stop provoking me. I'm a real dad, a real husband, a real man.
All right,
so don't do this to me. Okay?
All right, cool.
I'm not to be with. I don't know who's paying you to with me or provoke me, but I'm not the one. I don't care that you're on the sidewalk. I don't care what kind of dirty work, what kind of nasty you're getting paid in the background to provoke me, bro, but I'm not the fucking one. I'm really not the one. I don't care that you're on the sidewalk, bro. Clearly you're here for an alternate agenda. Why would you want to be here to provoke me like this? This isn't love.
You're not provoking, Justin.
This isn't love, bro. This is weird, bro. Y'all are on some real weird shit. Literally.
All right, have a good night, Justin.
Okay, then go, then have a good night somewhere else, man, for real.
All right,
Because
cool.
I'm not going to stand around here and let this happen. No f***ing sir. No way. No how.
All right, cool.
This is the beach.
You guys
People
have
get
that
to
room,
be at
too.
the beach. They do. They do. They get to be at the beach.
I'm so weak. That was mad funny. He said, I'm at the beach. Yo, nigga went mad hard. But honestly, though, I understand him, especially with the way that they provoke and follow around these celebrities. I would be fucking irritated.
And they're always like coming up with a story about Justin Bieber, how he's sick, how he's on drugs, he's
Yes.
spiraling.
They're always, it's literally like Britney Spears.
I mean,
Like,
he is kind of spiraling though.
yeah, but it's like too much. Like, I think this is contributing to his spiral.
For
You know
sure,
what I
for
mean? And it's
sure.
just not fair. It's not fair. Like, he can't even live his fucking life. Like, you know? And I mean, it's like a double-edged sword sometimes because, like, on one hand, you can do what you want to do, I guess, with the riches you have and the access to resources, but then it comes with a price. And it's like, I feel like he has paid a hefty price. And I don't know. Like, it's just I don't know.
Did you see the text messages he released recently about
Oh my
like
God, there's more.
yeah, so recently he leaked these text messages on like talking to a friend, and basically it was honestly, Justin Bieber has a lot of issues. We know that, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to let another man throw my say that I'm what did he say? Something about like he's angry and he was mad that the guy said he was lashing out. I'm not gonna let another man tell me I'm lashing out. I don't need this friendship, etc., etc. And we don't know who this person was. But basically what he was saying was using his trauma as an excuse to be an angry person. And it wasn't eating the way he thinks it was. And it's funny because the same thing with the paparazzi. Like, I understand that it's fucking annoying and it's irritating. And I can't even imagine, please, I don't want that type of attention, to be honest. Like, I can imagine it's annoying. But it wasn't eating the way he thought it was. Talk about, I'm standing on business. I'm a man.
Stop.
And I'm just like...
But, like, I understand that, though. Like, he is, this is the thing. Why do people like to shit on people when they finally crash out? Like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, yeah, crash the fuck out. You deserve that shit. Like, in my head, crashing out will always be normal behavior to me because it's like sometimes people can't deal with the shit anymore. So it's like, crash out. Fuck it.
But
Fuck
like,
it. You're not hearing me when I'm calm. You're not hearing me when I'm fucking civil. I'm gonna crash out now. And then you're gonna call me crazy. But it's like, look how long they've been doing shit to him. Like, let's be real.
am I wrong for saying that his standing on business though is just really like soft? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like, I get it. I'm proud of you for like standing on business and being a man. Like, I get it. And I'm not here to take away much, but it's just like funny because it's like, I feel bad.
So I found the text you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna read them. So
Sure.
the person said, I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger. And I don't know if this was something between them or I don't know. Okay. There's no context. So then I guess Justin responds and says, ouch, this friendship is officially over. I will never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. I enjoyed our short-lived relationship. I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries. My anger is a response to the pain I've been through. Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean.
yeah, it wasn't eating. Like, he sounds like he's making excuses instead of working on himself. Like, you know what I mean? And all the people he calls friends that don't tell him about himself are the people that are just yes men. And you can tell that no one tells him about himself. And at the end of the day, he continues to use his trauma as an excuse to be a bad person. And that's not an excuse. That's not to take away from his issues and not to say that he wasn't a victim, nor that he hasn't had victim or made other people victims, because of his trauma. But that doesn't make it an excuse. And I feel like Justin Bieber has been doing that for quite some time. You know what I mean? He has anger issues. We all see that he has anger issues, and it's very evident, clearly. And now he's like crashing out, like you said, And yeah, I don't know. I thought that shit was funny.
Well, his crash out to the paparazzi was valid. I don't know anything else that has to deal with, his friendship or personal fucking life. But with the paparazzi, considering all of this shit that's just constantly being spun about him, said about him, it's just a lot. And then even with the whole Diddy situation too, like, people have brought his name up multiple times, revolving that case. Like, the old video when he was a kid just went viral. So you don't know, like, how much shit he's actually just like not talking about now that this is just resurfaced. So yeah, it's annoying. So yeah, it's annoying. And I feel like at this point, if he wants to crash out, fuck it, let him. He's standing on business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just think he's corny. That's what it is. I mean, even him saying "ouch," you made a face like you thought that was mad corny. Like,
yeah,
like what dude is saying "ouch"? Like,
it's not even about dude. It's just like,
you sure?
It's just about like when I feel bad. Like, I don't want to. I feel like people are gonna look at me funny, but like, come on.
It doesn't matter how they look at you. They already think I'm a bitch, so
put some girth in your fucking voice or something. Like, fucking, if you're gonna lash out, at least feel intimidating. You feel like a soft little puppy,
like a bitch.
Yeah, like not a bitch, but you feel like
a bitch so bad.
You feel like a soft puppy. Like, I don't feel scared or I just feel like you're crying. You're whining. And I just don't. I mean, you're giving the paparazzi exactly what they want. Like, let's be real. But you know what? Tiana's pro lashing out. I mean, I'm crashing out. I am
pro crash out.
That's, cool. But I don't know. I just think it's funny. I just thought it was comical, really. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
it did have me thinking, though. I'm sorry. It did have me thinking about poor Hailey Bieber. I'm like, oh my God, this girl, what she goes through, I can't even imagine.
I don't give a fuck. She stalked him. She wanted this.
I agree. She's not a victim.
She wanted this so bad.
She did, but the grass is not greener, honey. And we can see that. We can see that.
I'm sure they got mad issues.
Oh my God, he's got so many issues.
I'm sure they're working through it. So it's too late. They're married. So
that don't mean shit, and especially in Hollywood.
I guess. Yeah, I know it doesn't mean anything, but what I'm saying is I feel like him talking about I'm a husband and a dad. He's gonna, that's it. That's it. It's nothing else. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
But we are curious to know what you guys think about these two situations. What do you think about Doja Cat? You think she's a mean girl? You think she's an internet hoe? Let us know about that. Justin Bieber, do you feel bad for him? Do you think he's not as much of a victim as he acts? Because we don't know the things he's done as well. So, I like to always remind everybody about that. Let us know. Do you have anything to say about those things?
Yeah, I just have a question for you. Like, do you feel like you like to appease to people because you don't want to seem like a bad person?
No, why?
Because, like, what you wanted to say about Justin, but you were being nicer because I guess you don't want the people to call you a bitch, even though it's like, I don't think anyone's going to call you that. I think a lot of people agree with you, actually.
And I just feel like I don't want to, like, when we say things like between me and you on the fly, I feel like I don't think about how it can come off. And I want to make sure that I'm actually letting the people know how I genuinely feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say bitch and not say, like, I guess something a little bit more specific. Because
Okay.
like bitch could be or corny can sound very broad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could come in many different forms. And I feel like when I say you're like a soft puppy, it really describes, like, imagine the soft puppy trying to sound tough. You know what I mean?
like a pit bull or something.
Yeah, not like a fucking furball bunny, you know, trying to bark, or like, you know, something like that. It doesn't
furball buddy.
yeah, like it doesn't hit the way you think it's supposed to, you know, and that's all I'm
But his
saying.
feelings are still valid, whether it hits or not.
I agree. I'm not saying
You
that.
low key not. You don't think his feelings valid.
No, I do think his feelings
Low key,
are valid.
you're like, Justin, you're not a victim. Shut up.
No,
That's what it's
I
getting.
only say he's not a victim because he, again, what the Diddy situation, I low key feel like people give him a pass because he's soft spoken and he's so, you know, he has those gentle features. So he's not rough. He doesn't look like someone that can actually go and hurt people. Like, you know what I'm saying? They give him too much of that pass. Yeah, like, you know, and that's why I say that. I'm not saying that, you know, the paparazzi thing, I 100% he's a victim to that shit. What I'm saying is, you know, the whole Diddy situation and the things that the industry has done to him, 100% he is a victim. But let's remember that these victims go on and do other things to other people who then those people become victims as well. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the paparazzi part, he's not a victim. He's definitely a victim to that. And he has 100% valid feelings and all that stuff. What I say is that, like, let's not forget here that just because he has issues, that doesn't mean that he didn't hurt people along the way.
Yeah. Okay. Point said. Well, I mean, if you guys have any additional comments to add to the conversation, feel free to definitely comment them below as well. As far as me, like, I said everything that I wanted to say. I think it's just so crazy. Doja Cat's fake and she needs to stand on business more like Justin Bieber, you know, with the paparazzi. But, you know, I guess she just hasn't developed that yet. She seems like she's very non-confrontational, but, you know, very Twitter fingers confessional gangster, which is her own problem. But yes, I mean, that's pretty much it in conclusion. I mean, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, yeah, I agree. You said it right.
That's it, man. And if y'all have anything I want to add to the conversation. But with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Rantomania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
You guys can find us on YouTube and all podcast platforms at
The Petty Headquarters.
And yes, we release episodes weekly. All right, guys, definitely tune in if you know someone that likes this type of content and will subscribe to it. Definitely share the podcast, rate us, leave a review on Apple. You can leave a review and rate on Spotify. You can only rate, so definitely give us a rating. And yeah, share this podcast, share the YouTube video. You know, tell your friends, tell your fam, tell whoever you think will be interested in this type of content. And just thank you to everyone that has supported us, the new people, the people that return, like all that is very much appreciated. And with that being said,
This was your weekly dose of mess.